It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and you're just in time for another installment of the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting, ting, ting!
And we are joined by one of our favorite chefs, Chef Clem Pedro. And if you have a question or, things go wrong in the kitchen and you need some help, why don't you give us a call? That number is open. It's 021-110-5552. We also are taking questions on Facebook. And you know what? This week, we are also very pleased to have another Expresso viewer in the kitchen joining us for the culinary conundrums that Chef Clem is going to unpack. Please come and give a warm welcome to Auntie Jocelyn from Milnerton, who's joining us today. Hi, Auntie Jocelyn.
Good morning, Zoe. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I'm so happy you're part of the culinary hotline. Now, you can't be in the kitchen without an Expresso apron. So I'm going to hand this to you, and you can obviously take this home with you.
Thank you.
And have a little piece of the show with you. So you can wear it with us right now. Chef Clem is wearing his. There we go.
Nice, nice.
Oh, it looks nice. Now, Auntie Jocelyn, are you someone that cooks a lot?
Yes, I do. I
Okay.
love cooking, yes.
Do you like the advice Chef Clem gives?
Yes, of course. That's why I'm here.
Thank you.
Do you have a culinary conundrum?
I do.
Okay, let's put it to the test. Let's see if Chef Clem can sort it out.
Okay.
So can you run us through your question? Because I really like this question.
My question is, Chef, whenever I do homemade ginger beer, it seems to be very weak when it's being tasted by my family and friends.
Okay.
What am I doing wrong?
Oh,
Okay, let's just do this together. Ginger beer became very popular when COVID started.
Yes.
it was popular before then.
Yes,
even
but
I
even
grew
more
up
so.
with ginger beer.
Exactly. But the thing is, so many people started making their own ginger beer. So like trial and error, I learned how to perfectly get it right. And this one's amazing. I like ginger beer that when you drink it, it's got to make you like,
It needs to burn your
yeah.
throat.
If it doesn't burn, I don't want it. No. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. Super, super simple. I actually keep the skins on the ginger when I make ginger beer.
Okay.
Do you do that, Auntie Jocelyn?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I take it off.
You take it off.
You don't, because you're not going to be eating the ginger.
Okay.
It's perfectly fine. It actually helps you slice it a little easier, I think. So I'm going to ask you, we can share this board. I'm going to ask you if you can help me chop some ginger. Sure. And we'll talk about kind of the fundamentals of making pineapple beer, ginger beer. And it's very simple. It is sugar going into our pot.
Yes.
And you can use brown sugar, white sugar, it doesn't matter. As long as you're giving the yeast something to eat. And that's where the fermentation starts. And that's where the magic happens, where it starts, the yeast eats the sugar and gives off carbon dioxide. I'm sounding like a professor right now.
Yes,
but
science is important, kids.
Science is very important. Gives the carbon dioxide, and that you get that bubble from.
Yes.
And that's got to be there as well. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the ginger. You got the ginger there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna heat up the sugar and the water along. What you
How
want?
thinly must Auntie Jocelyn slice it? Ginger?
Another thing, so I actually prefer using a blender, and I just blitz it all up, but then I realized that not a lot of people have a blender at home, so the trick is to chop it as fine as you can.
Okay.
So that way it gives off more of the flavor. It's similar to like when we add garlic to food, the finer you chop the garlic, the more flavor it's going to impart into the food.
Right.
That's the trick with the ginger. Yes. Okay, so Zoe, have you ever made ginger beer?
No, this is the first time. I love drinking it. Growing up as a kid, we used to, they always sold it on the side of the road in the 2-liter bottles. That was my favorite.
That's the best. So here's the thing, right? You have to be very careful when you're handling homemade ginger beer. I'm going to help you. I'm going to take this one from you so long. You have to be very careful when you are drinking homemade ginger beer, or when you're buying it, or when you're transporting it.
Because it can explode.
It can. It has. It will. Be careful. Obviously, while the yeast is busy feeding off the sugar, like I said, the carbon dioxide comes out and it starts getting you'll see the bottle start swelling.
Yes.
Okay? So when you open it, you do like a slight little tss, and you hold it for a second, it'll start releasing the gas. If you open it too quickly, it's going to go woof. Also, if you're storing your homemade ginger beer at home, make sure it's got a nice tight lid on it, because you'll be sleeping, and you'll be like, bah! It's not a gunshot. It's your ginger beer.
It's your ginger beer.
Exactly.
And obviously you need to store your ginger beer upright, right?
Yes, absolutely. So storing it upright, you'll actually notice that the sediment falls to the bottom of the bottle, and that's fine, that's normal. And what happens is you actually strain off that little sediment at the bottom. Yes. If you notice Zoe's going like this, it's because I'm talking to them and I'm chopping, and every time I go down, Zoe goes...
I know, I'm waiting for you to chop a finger.
No, I won't. I'm perfectly fine.
We have medics on standby.
We do.
And HR is watching.
Okay, Zoe's not joking. And I know if I'm going to call HR to the kitchen, he's not going to come. But for some weird reason, HR's in the kitchen today. I must have done something wrong. I don't know why HR's in the kitchen. Brent, can you come in? Brent, I called you in. No, Brent is
He's
shy.
hiding away.
Brent, okay, South Africa, Brent is... No, come in, Brent!
We have an HR on set.
Okay. Brent! He's coming in. He's
Coming into camera.
We're going to have a conversation a little later, apparently, because this is South Africa, this is Brent. He's our HR. He can't talk right now because he doesn't have a mic. But, like, am I in trouble? Not yet. Not yet. Okay, Brent, thank you for being on. Thank you, Brent. I'll introduce you. South Africa, if you don't see me on the show tomorrow, it's been great. It's been amazing. I don't know why HR's in the kitchen. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you, Brent, for coming in.
Chef Clem, how could you
I'm
do
not
that
nervous.
to her?
I'm fine. Okay, so now we've got our finely chopped ginger.
How
We're
much
gonna add
ginger
it.
do you add to your recipe? Like all 3 pieces or just the one?
Of what, sorry?
Of your ginger. How much do we need for this recipe?
Here's the thing. There's no rule as to how much ginger you can add to it.
Absolutely.
The more, the better. Absolutely.
Yes.
So it's all about, just remember, the more you add, the more intense and flavor your ginger beer is going to be. And you also don't have to really be too, like there's quite a lot of sugar in there and you've worried it's going to be very sweet. It's not going to be.
Yeah.
What actually happens is the yeast that we're going to add into that mixture eats that sugar and it actually like takes that sweetness level down. Oh. The longer the sugar sits with the yeast in that bottle, the drier it's going to become. When I say drier, it's what I mean less sweet.
Okay.
Here's my other trick. We're not going to get to this because ginger beer does take a little time to make, but here's my tricks. The raisins do go in.
Yes.
The reason for that is the yeast gets food, which it eats slowly over time, whereas the sugar, it eats immediately to get the bubbles coming in. My other trick, obviously...
When you bottle it, sorry
Yes,
to interrupt, do you take the raisins out? Because I've never bought ginger beer that had raisins in it.
You haven't?
No.
So I do put the raisins in there and I let them sit in the fridge or under the counter with some raisins. And again, this allows the yeast to slowly eat the raisins and that you want that. That way it just keeps on getting stronger and stronger and stronger. My other trick, which I think people don't know about, cream of tartar.
Okay.
It just somehow balances the flavors in the ginger beer, amplifies that ginger beer, the ginger flavor.
Yes.
And have you used this before in your ginger beer?
No, I use lemon.
Same thing as that acid that comes through. You can take this home. Just take it home.
So much.
Just take it home.
Because
that's what's going to make your ginger beer so amazing.
Yes.
Another thing is when you do bottle it, you either get a little swing top or you get a bottle and you have to sterilize your bottles and your lids. Screw the lid on, and with the lid screwed on, make sure it's a tight fit. Again, we don't want things to pop in the middle of the night, and that's how you can store it. You can store it in the fridge for a very long time. Just make sure it stays chilled. And don't let it get hot, because again, it's going to expand, pop, things are going to happen. That's what you need.
Yes.
We're going to keep on going on to the ad break, but I'm telling you, follow these steps. You can have the most amazing ginger beer ever.
I thank you so
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you so much. I've learned such a lot today.
Well, listen, we are loving having you here, Auntie Jocelyn, so thank you so much for hanging out with us. The Culinary Hotline is not going anywhere, so if you do have a culinary conundrum or you want to ask Chef Clem any question for the kitchen, give us a call right now. The number is 021 110 5552, and the Culinary Hotline, bling!
Ting, ting, ting!
It will be back soon.